So what's up, you guys? You're welcome to the Pop Culture Parrots. Please do not forget to like, to subscribe, to turn on your post notifications so you get notified each time that I post. So let's get right into it.
And the bad gets worse. You see, the thing with Kanye is whenever I feel like he can't disappoint me any further and things can't get worse than the ish that he has already said, he finds a way to take it to new lows and new extreme and basically disappoints my disappointment in him and take the bar to hell basically. So anyways, rapper Iggy Azalea recently shared a story of basically what I deem sexual assault, if I should be deemed sexual assault, with rapper Kanye West. So she basically said that Kanye approached her all the way back in 2012 and told her that he used to beat his genitals to videos of her and proceeded to ask her if her boyfriend's genitals, his private part, is big and he knows that it's big and all that BS. And I'm like, mind you, he was 35 at the time and she was barely 26. Mind you, mind you. And I was just repulsed and disgusted.
By the time it gets to the end, I don't really know what to say because there's been so much pornography in it. It's just kind of weird. Like, I just met this guy like 5 minutes ago and I'm supposed to be in a business meeting. So, super weird. And I'd been in a lot of label meetings at that time and they're all professional. So, this was just weird to me. And I really looked up to Kanye, so it threw me off. I didn't know what to say. So, I was like, oh, that's interesting to think that somebody that I really look up to like looks at my pictures every morning for inspiration. That's kind of cool. He was like, yeah, I jack off to them. Weird. Don't know what to say. Weird. He was like, but you've got a boyfriend, right? Okay, he didn't say it in that voice. I'm like, yes, I have a boyfriend. He was like, how big is his dick? Not kidding you. My face must have been like, the fuck? He's like, you don't gotta tell me. You don't gotta tell me. I know it's big. Bruh. Why are you asking about other men's dicks? Weird of you. He was like, I know it is. You gotta let your boyfriend fuck as many different girls as he can, because if you've got a big dick, then it's his God-given right to fuck as many women.
And I honestly don't know what to say, genuinely, because at what point it feels like every time it feels like Kanye is hitting a new low, but he's always been like this, and we kept on making excuses for him because he makes great music, he's a wonderful artist, he's such a talented producer, a musical genius. Meanwhile, he's going on rampage, being an absolutely disgusting person. Like, for how long can we take this? The other day, he was calling Bey and Jay Z's child the R word, and he even went on his Twitter to admit that, oh, this is true. He literally admitted to the accusations of Iggy. Shamelessly went to his Twitter and typed, this is true. And I was like, what? Like, what? At some point, we have to stop tolerating this BS from this man and completely ignore him. Anyways, Nicki Minaj is currently under fire for her record label because people are claiming that she is not pushing her artists as she is supposed to, and she has basically ignored her artists. At some point, when Nicki was still active, going on Station Head, she spoke about how she would basically never ignore her artists because Wayne did not ignore her, and the people who were by her side stood by her. So she would never, you know how label situations would be that they would sign an artist and completely ignore that artist, not give the artist budgets or funding or anything of the sorts. And I think the technical term for that is to shelf an artist. That's basically not investing in the artist, not giving the artist anything from promo to music videos to anything. And people are kind of accusing Nicki of that with the Heavy on It records because she signed a bunch of artists. She has like a good 7, 10 artists under the Heavy on It record label. And one of the artists called Nana Fufie even had to leave the record label, basically saying that the record label's values did not align with hers and whatever. But basically, everyone knows that it's because she's not getting proper promotion and push. And mind you, there are super talented artists signed to Nicki's label who have the potential to be great artists. So the Barbs are kind of not speculating. The Barbs are kind of pissed that Nicki is not giving them the push that they deserve. Not even it's not even a push conversation. It's the fact that it seems like the record label hasn't even started because there is no official IG page for the record label. There's no official Twitter page. Nothing. There is nothing regarding the label apart from the fact that Nicki has posted it on her IG and talked about it often on Station Head. There are barely any. I doubt there are up to 5 records released under the label. As of now, the only record I know released under Heavy on it was the Princess Diana record with Ice Spice, and so far that's the only record. And I think one or two songs from one of Nicki's artists called Tate Kobang, and everyone is like, Nicki, what's going on? And part of the barbs that are kind of on the harsher side and on the blunter side that would basically tell Nicki that, oh, you're messing up, as opposed to the barbs who are super, super soft with Nicki and like, oh, don't talk about Nicki, whatever. So that side of the barbs, the harsher side of the barbs, are basically saying that Nicki doesn't give herself things like proper music videos. Nicki doesn't believe in payola, doesn't believe in inflation of streams, and at the beginning stage of an artist's career, especially now in such in the streaming world that we are in now, these things are very, very important. Like at some point before it gets organic, you're going to give your artist some push that is not ethical. It's that simple. You're definitely at some point going to give your artist that push that people are going to bat the side eye at you, because no artist is going to wake up one day and genuinely just start doing insane streaming numbers. Like that's just how it works. Record labels are called machines for a reason. They are meant to be this backing force that has affiliations inside the industry, that is sort of buddy buddy with streaming platforms and basically radio stations. So when they have meets with Spotify, they'll be like, oh, there's an artist that we're trying to push right now. And then they come to sort of an agreement where both Spotify, that is the streaming platform, or Apple Music, and the artist and the record label can by extension benefits. Because after all, it's a commercial world. Everything is geared towards making money at the end of it. At the end of it, the goal of it all is to maximize profits. So there has to be this sort of affiliation with the insides of the industry to give your artist a push. Like I said before, record labels are called machines for a reason. They are the driving force, they are a backing force to artists in the industry that an independent artist cannot do on their own. So now that begs the question, was a record label the wrong investment for Nicki? Because people feel that Nicki, being a beauty mogul that she is and kind of has this aesthetic around her, would have thrived more in a space that has to do with something commercial that the Barbs can buy, and not such an affiliation with the industry, the same industry that has bullied her for years, that has harassed her for years, that has not given her her dues. The owning a record label means you're going to have to be buddy buddy with those, with industries, with the Grammys, all those people that Nicki is by no means buddy buddy with. Nikki said it herself that some things you buy with money, some things are affiliations, some things are based on relationships that you have with people. So if Nikki is submitting artists from her record label for best new artist, and the Grammys already have a vendetta or a prejudice towards Nikki, the record label owner, they are not going to get it. So people are asking the question, that was a record label the right investment for Nikki, knowing fully well her relationship with the industry? Anyways, on the topic of shelved, Kanye West has started some serious conversation about Cardi B. So he put out a tweet saying that where is Cardi B going to be in 10 years from now, saying that they used her. So the theory that they used Cardi B is always used in or with reference to Nicki Minaj and how she was supposed to be basically this industry pushed artist that basically replaced Nicki. So Cardi was offended, as she should be, and put out a tweet saying 7 years, one album, still being a topic and still being asked about my music. I'm anointed and I have a real fan base. They come and go, but the dream is still here and will stay. Let's go over that again. They come and go, but the dream is still here and will stay. So I feel whenever a conversation comes up regarding Cardi's album, like I feel she should not say a word. She should not say a word, because you have promised these people or whoever is waiting for the album, because I know I'm not waiting. I can't be waiting for an album that is taking you 7 years. It doesn't take 7 years to make an album. So when you're finally ready to be honest about what's going on behind the scenes and not come out every damn year promising a damn album and having people wait for you to put out an album, then maybe we will wait. But for whoever is waiting, you've continuously promised them an album over and over again. One time you tell them that, oh, the album is wrapped up, and then you go to do a promo for Netflix and you're talking about, oh, I'm still wrapping up the album. It's like whoever is waiting for that album, child, you have done them dirty for so long that I don't think you should have a loud mouth about anything. So you kind of see how she diverted from the topic. The topic was they use Cardi B and she turned it into an album conversation. So on the topic that Kanye mentioned himself about them using Cardi, it's always kind of funny because when Cardi came into this game, it was, oh, she's the end of Nicki. Nicki's career is over. They tried to put the success of 1 year or 2 years of Cardi as opposed to Nicki 10-year run. And that was kind of very disadvantageous to her because she played into it. I don't know if they manipulated her or she always had a thing against Nicki. That's her business. But she played into it. She had a lot of things to say about Nicki, and now Nicki is in the 17th year of her career, and Cardi is barely 7 years in. Nicki is still hitting new peaks, and Cardi has been stuck in the same position for 4 years, for 5 years, rather. She's been stuck in the same position. She's even regressing. So it's like life is going to come at you quickly. Life is really, really going to come at you quickly. But to be honest, if you're listening to this and you're waiting for that album, let's get one thing straight. Let's be blatantly honest with ourselves. The issue with this album is a not a she's trying to finish the album thing. It's so obviously a record label thing. It's either Atlantic doesn't want to put out the album because they don't see her as profitable, or there's some drama going on behind the scene because Atlantic is allegedly broke and financially struggling. So whatever it is, I promise you that it is not in the hands of Cardi, because if it was up to her, she would have been put out an album. She would have been put out an album. Maybe after her wait for Nicki has expired, but she would have put it out. So it's definitely not up to her. But that's about it for this video. Please don't forget to like, to subscribe, turn on your post notifications so you get notified each time that I post. Mwah.